Welcome everyone to another For Sure Predictions. That's right, where I give you four sure predictions for the NFL for week 15. And last week, week 14, didn't do so well. Actually finished 1-3. So for the sake of redeeming myself for you out there, we don't want this segment to be called Four Unsure Predictions. So I'm feeling pretty confident about the four games that I've chosen for this week's games. The first game is a 4:05 start, and it's going to be the 10-3 San Francisco 49ers. Folks, they look like the best team in football right now. They come into the game against the Arizona Cardinals, who are 3-10 on the season. Cardinals do look a little bit better, since Kyler Murray's come back from injury. Their quarterback, they posted a 2-2 mark since he's been back, but they're going up against a wrecking ball right now that's on a mission to get to the Super Bowl. And I think San Francisco gets the big win today and continues their hot hand. They'll push that winning streak to 6 games. The player to look out for San Francisco is wide receiver Deebo Samuels. Deebo Samuels, all he's done over the last 2 weeks has gone out and had a receiving and rushing touchdown in consecutive games. I think he's the second player ever to do that. So look for him to continue his hot play as well. So 49ers win big today against the Cardinals. The second game that I have is the 10-3 Dallas Cowboys. They're on the road. They travel to Orchard Park, New York, where they take on the Buffalo Bills. Always hostile environment with Bills Mafia in Buffalo. Buffalo 7-6, heartbreaking overtime loss to the Ravens last week. But now they have another juggernaut coming in. They're building. And listen, it's a 4:25 start. If you're the Cowboys who come in the game on a 5-game winning streak, listen, they haven't played as well on the road all year. So they're 3-3 on the road, 500 ball, but they're 7-0 at home. So it's going to be a challenge for them in Buffalo. And actually, the Bills are the favorite in this game by 2.5. But I'm still going to take the Cowboys to win this game. I think Dak Prescott's continuing his MVP type of campaign. And they're going to show people that they are for real, that they're not a fluke, that they haven't just benefited and feasted off bad teams at home over the past month, which they have. But they're still playing great football, and I think the Cowboys win today. I'm taking the Cowboys over Buffalo in New York. The third game, it's the Baltimore Ravens. We just talked about their big overtime win last week against those same Buffalo Bills. Well, Baltimore's 10-3 on the season. Right now, if the playoffs were to start, they'd be the number 1 seed in the AFC, and they're taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, an 8-5 team, but a team in Jacksonville that's on a 2-game losing streak. Baltimore is on a 3-game winning streak. It's an 8:20 game tonight. And I'm going to take the Ravens here. I think Baltimore is just too good right now. Listen, they haven't really strung together a complete game, but when they do, beware, because I think the Ravens are on a mission to get to the Super Bowl themselves. And we're not going to talk about that yet, but I do have them going to the Super Bowl. So I'm going to take the Ravens tonight. I'm going to take them to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville, in Duval. I'm going to have the Ravens winning that game. And then finally, my fourth game is tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. The Philadelphia Eagles, 10-3 on the season. And if you go back 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how good are the Eagles? Are they going to be an unstoppable freight train going through the playoffs and getting back to the Super Bowl? And guess what? San Francisco goes into Philadelphia, puts them over their knees, spanks them. And then they traveled to Dallas last week and got humiliated again, beat down. So the Eagles right now look very vulnerable. We saw the footage all week of Jalen Hurts, going through drills to not fumble. And so there's a lot of turmoil, so to speak, going on. I don't think so. I think the Eagles will be just fine. They're too talented, too well coached to not be. I think they're going to go to Seattle and beat the 6-7 Seahawks. And remember, folks, the Seahawks are on a 4-game losing streak. The Eagles on a 2-game losing streak. So something has to give. The Eagles are just a better football team. So I'm taking the Eagles to win on Monday night. So there you have it, folks. I'm trying to redeem myself for this week 15, and I think I'm going to do just fine. So here are my 4 predictions once again. I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers over the Arizona Cardinals. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys over the Buffalo Bills. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles over the Seattle Seahawks. So guess what, folks? Out of those 4 games, all 4 are home losses. That's right. I'm taking all 4 teams to win on the road and beat the home team. So there you have it, folks. Those are my 4 short predictions for NFL Week 15.